Hello, beautiful Scorpio, and welcome to March 2021. This is a very strong month. Strong, I think I mean in the sense that all the planets are direct this month. And there is a crispness to that energy when you don't have things like eclipses going on and major planetary shifts and a lot of retrograde action in the sky. Something happens when you have all this energy focused, moving forward, shifting into new spaces that really asks us to move forward with it. And I think because we've been doing so much hidden behind the scenes work in general for the last year, this movement with this energy can feel very intense, very transformational, and very almost blindingly crystal clear sometimes. So it's pretty powerful energy. And when I think about Pisces season, which is the first 3 weeks of March, and then the equinox, which begins Aries season, and that shift from the 12th zodiac sign of Pisces into Aries, the embodiment, I think of the other transmutational part of the year. We have Scorpio season, of course, and then we have this Pisces into Aries season in March, which is really potent energy and does ask us to come into the light, come into some boldness and some intense putting our foot on the path. So for you all, this is a really interesting time of year. Pisces season with the sun and Venus and a new moon in Pisces the first half of this month, and Mercury moving into Pisces as well. This is going to be great energy for Scorpio. Water energy, getting to play, getting to converse. This is going to open. This is going to be very active for your creative voice, for your heart, for anything that you're wanting to voice or express or create. It's a really beautiful time to access your playful joy the first 3 weeks of this month. As we hit the equinox on the 20th and we move into Aries season, we're moving into a part of the year for you that has to do with, are you honoring your soul in your day-to-day activities? And we are talking about details, not just the big things, but the small things, what we're eating, how much we're getting rest, how we're moving our bodies. Are we picking up the phone a ton to call people even when we don't feel like it? I don't know. It can be anything you want. But the Aries season is going to be putting a crystal clear light on wherever you may be needing to shift your day-to-day routines to honor your soul. And this is one of those places that has more potency than I think we often give it credit for, because the more that we are honoring who we are and not just deleting those natural impulses to do things in a slightly different manner than maybe how we've been doing them, that helps us amplify that energy into those bigger moments in life. So it's a really important time. Now, I'm also a really huge fan of the equinox. Not only are all the planets direct this month and moving forward, and we're easing off that massive amount of energy in Aquarius that has just been wild to ride. In March, that all eases off. The only thing left is going to be Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius. And as we move into that, not only that, but the equinox I find to be a really important time of the year. Both of the equinoxes for me, when I see that energy, is about understanding who you are now and calibrating, right? And not just ignoring it, not ignoring how you've changed, not ignoring how you've grown since solstice, since the last equinox, but really taking the time to acknowledge it, to welcome it in. Now, I had a really interesting message that came up. Ace of Pentacles, hello, I love it. When I sat with Scorpio energy today, before I came here to have a chat, the message was really specific too, which was, stop looking so hard for your path, for your mission, for what you need to look out for, straining your antenna to hear it and getting really serious about finding it and hitting on it. Just relax and play. That was the message. And when I think about Scorpio, Wheel of Fortune, ooh, I love this. This is so great for you. You see that forward motion energy that I was talking about? It's really strong. Queen of Swords. This energy has been loud and clear for March readings. Queen of Swords is everywhere. Be impeccable with your word is the message she always comes with. 10 of Pentacles. Love this for you guys. Wow. Okay. Think about Scorpio and this whole idea of like finding your mission, finding your path, being on it, being on the case. And I think one of the funny things that happens, y'all are so psychic, and you can sit down, tap in, tune in, and get a lot of answers about what's coming next and what you can feel coming up and out of you, and then therefore meeting you. And it's, you can get really wrapped up in always using that skill set, right? And then that can sometimes turn on itself where then you're always straining your antenna because you're like, well, I'm used to using this antenna all the time to give me my answers and to make sure that I'm on the right path and to make sure that I'm being really in tune with my psychic abilities. And I think this month is just kind of like relax your antenna, you know, rest it sometimes. Your antenna is going to like naturally ding when it gets the information it needs. So the more you play, the more you rest, and not just like, I don't know, I think a lot of people get annoyed at me when I say things like rest more, relax, because they're like, I am tired of relaxing. I'm tired of resting. I don't want to do that. I want to be doing things in life. And I think they literally think that I just want them to get in bed and like lay there and stare at the ceiling and not have a life. And I think I want to clarify when I'm talking about playing and resting and relaxing, that can look like a lot of different things, but it's not, the point being that you want to be pursuing things, playing with things that don't feel like you are wearing a giant 50-pound bag of oat that you're carrying around. I want it to be stuff that feels fun and playful for you. And I want you to spend more time doing those things that really nourish your soul. That's what I mean by rest and recharge. And the more you do that, the more your antenna, your natural innate Scorpio antenna, is going to be able to pick up all the information you need to know. So you don't have to be going into March with, I have to find the path, I have to get my answers, I need to be able to intuitively tell A, B, C, D, and F. Because I think one thing with March, it's a little sneaky because it's going to come in and you're going to want to get in there and get serious and get it going and get it done, be on task, be on mission. But March actually wants us to get a little lighter about this forward motion. Let's talk about these cards. Hello, Ace of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. These are forward motion. These are the kinds of things that have very little energy. They have no investment in what came before. They don't even know that that exists. They're just here in the present, right? Ace of Pentacles, whenever you're getting that, resources and doors and things are coming in, opening up. And that's a great thing. The Ace of Pentacles is... it is energy. It's an energy of feeling worthy, right? Because this Ace of Pentacles is tied to the hidden and the unseen, right? It's like manna from heaven. It's blessings from the unseen, from what has not been proven yet. And so it is an energetic connection to feeling worthy of what is coming in for you. Absolutely. It's also discerning, you know, what's a door for you? What feels right for you? And then being bold enough to say yes. So you do have some forward momentum coming here, some infusion of energy. And the Wheel of Fortune is another transmutational card. There are many in tarot. Wheel of Fortune, to me, it's the change of the season, right? It's the change, it's the click of the gear into something new. It's that critical mass point where you're no longer who you were and you're becoming who you are next. And there's a change of the dial. Now, of course, with equinox, like a sundial, the way the shadow is cast is shifting. Well, I don't know. Sundials, I guess, work all year round, so maybe that's not a good example. But there is a change of season here. There's a cumulative shift going on for Scorpio, where all that you've learned probably since Scorpio season actually is now crystallizing. There's an understanding going on here. Now here's the deal. You get these open doors. You've got opportunities galore. You're going to want to be really honest with yourself, right? Queen of Swords never says something she doesn't mean. And I don't really think Scorpio ever says something. You guys don't tend to say things you don't mean. But I guess I just mean that in how you talk to yourself, how you say yes or no to things, how you let yourself transform and become or not. And the Queen of Swords does two things. One, she clears away, she kind of like cuts away the branches that may be holding our ankles, right? She cuts away what has been holding us back and keeping us small. And that's a very important task. And, you know, Queen of Swords has to do with words and intent. And so that can be an important point of setting healthy boundaries or expressing what you need. Queen of Swords also advocates for herself on the path. So she uses her words as a tool to be really clear about what it is she desires, what it is she wants to say yes to. She doesn't take a passive role. So for me, you have opportunity coming in here. You have really beautiful open doors, and you've got to be willing to step up and advocate that that is the way you'd like to go. Now, these are all really supportive energies. Oh, might I add too, with a Wheel of Fortune and Queen of Swords, meaning that they're meeting up like this, you can't keep doing things the way you've been doing them. I'm not like dragging on the way you've been doing things. It's just that, yeah, it's like we're so used to thinking of things in terms of good and bad. It's like, oh, it's bad that I was having coffee every morning and I shouldn't have coffee anymore. It's not good or bad, you know? Like, I'm not about to quit coffee. I'll tell you all that. I love my coffee. But sometimes when our bodies change and our intent in life changes, suddenly things that we were doing before, something as simple as having a certain tea or coffee in the morning, may not feel the same in our bodies, may not feel the same in our rituals. And those are the places we're going to want to make shifts. Now, it can also be more obvious. People that are kind of stringing you along or being wishy-washy. Don't want any of that. No way. Any debris that's built up over the last 6 months, just as we've been exploring, this is a time to wash it away. Now, here's the thing. 10 of Pentacles. Yes, I love it. This is a card that's tied to legacy, to the long haul, the things that are going to serve you, not just this month, but for months and years to come. And this is an important month in general for reconciling how we have changed in the last year, being okay with it, and knowing that now is the time to invest our energy, our sights, our vision into what it is you're building. So everything here wants you all to not look at the past, not rehash the old, not look for clues in your past for what you need to do, and to lean into this 10 of Pentacles path. So every time that you kind of want to look back over there and say, well, over there, this was happening, you're going to get ripped, you're going to get pulled, reminded to look that way. And that's your antenna. But yes, your antenna is also going to come up the more you relax into letting your attention go toward this open door. Now, I'm going to pull a final card from my Cosmic Tarot to close out our conversation. Oh, Strength card. This card's been very popular as well this month. The long haul. The Strength card, like the 10 of Pentacles, actually, these two are about not just what is sounding good in the next month or two, or not just what is kind of in front of you, maybe to problem solve or to address in the next 2 or 3 months, right? Because we all have plenty of things that probably like we're still having to kind of work through and adjust and deal with that have to do with the complexities of this last year. Both the 10 of Pentacles and the Strength card, though, are talking about how even if you still have some things to tidy up, even if you still have some things that you're going to be needing to take care of over the next couple of months, it doesn't mean that this bigger vision, that this longer range empowerment and beauty and connection and strength isn't like flooding into your life and isn't going to keep coming into your life. So as much as it can sometimes feel like all the things that are in this present day are all that's ever going to exist, there's a reminder here that there's a lot more coming in. And strength for me too, what I'm noticing with all of these cards is that you're kind of working with energy right now. It's like very much quality over quantity, and it's very much only things that are going to be consistent with you, true to you, working for you, lighting you up, feeling inspiring are going to stick around. And anything else that's a little flimsier is probably going to dissolve. And that's a little intimidating, right? Because sometimes it's a little comforting to be like, well, I don't only kind of like this thing or this person or this situation, but I don't really want to let it go because it's kind of nice to have it floating around. But I'll tell you what, this is the way to live life. And I think Scorpios know that. You all want your authenticity, right? And you don't like the BS. So I actually think this works quite well for you, and it's very supportive energy, relentlessly supportive, which I think is what's intimidating about it. So here's my wish for you this month. I'm gonna get emotional. I don't know why. I wish you so much love and support, opportunity, abundance, joy, creativity, playfulness, intuitive knowing that just puts you at ease and relaxes you so that you don't have to worry and overanalyze. I wish you the best people coming into your life, the best conversations, the clearest words. I wish you flashes of insight into this beautiful 10 of Pentacles strength journey that you're about to go on, that it lights you up and it just makes you feel so warm inside and so accounted for. I wish all of that for you this March. Please take really good care of yourselves. I will be over on Patreon all month long, every month, every week, doing beautiful conversations and connected pieces and worksheets. So if you're looking for more support, I would love to offer that for you there. And you can also find me on my website and my Instagram, where I also offer some resources. So I'll leave all those links below. And of course, PinkLune's gorgeous jewelry in her Etsy shop. I will link that below as well. Have a blessed March 2021. And I will talk to you in April.